The world's most popular electric vehicle, the Nissan Leaf, is launching in the UAE this year. So, is the era of the green car finally with us in this region? This is Inside AB. I'm Jeremy Lawrence and I'm joined today by Neil Halligan. Okay, Neil, tell us about the launch first of all.
Yeah, I mean, Nissan Leaf. It'll be launched later this year, Q3 in Dubai. Expected to be here. It was launched in 2010 originally. A bit of a delay, I suppose, in terms of infrastructure wasn't there. The demand wasn't there. It's a region synonymous with big cars, big engines, and the price of petrol, of course, being so cheap, it makes it more affordable. But I think with the cost of electricity coming down, with more incentives that they're going to bring in, it makes more economic sense for people to buy cars now, or electric cars.
Okay. And of course, these are a lot cheaper, aren't they, than the alternatives that we've seen, like the launch of the Tesla last year?
Yeah, the Tesla launched last year with a big fanfare. 76,000 is the start price for the Model S, and the next one up, I think, is 90,000 for the Model X. This one comes in at a guide price of around 30,000.
Okay, with some interesting technical features as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably one of the things that attracts is new tech. When you see a new car, a new vehicle, you think, yeah, this is really good. But this one in particular, with the e-pedal, what they have is it operates as both accelerator and brake in the one pedal, so that when you drive an electric car, there's no lag. You drive and it moves off. With this one pedal, when you take the foot off, it operates as the brake as well.
Okay, great. So the car is very appealing in terms of technology, in terms of price. What about the infrastructure in the city and in the UAE? Are we ready for it here?
Yeah, Dubai Roads and Transport Authority has been very proactive in this, and they've completed installation of 100 charging stations across the city today. There's a further 100 planned for this year. Then, as I mentioned, they'll have incentives that'll be coming in for free charging for cars by the end of 2019. And I suppose around in the malls and car parks, you'll see more charging points coming up and making it more accessible for people that have electric vehicles.
Okay, and I believe reserved parking spaces, free SALIC, other incentives for drivers of green cars.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just it's a way of to try and, it's, as I say, it's an area dominated by petrol cars. Something new, something different. You got to have an incentive, something different to encourage people to buy more cars.
And it sounds like there are a few. Okay, and Nissan has reached a big deal with Expo 2020 to supply vehicles.
Yeah, a bit of a coup with against rivals like the bigger selling Toyota that might have a hybrid model. But as the seller of the words of the Nissan Leaf, which has the most electric vehicles, I think it's probably when they're going to supply 1,000 vehicles to the expo, 1/3 of which will be electric, and I think this is the key point about why it was such a beneficial factor for the expo. They saw 1/3 electric vehicles in their fleet and says, right, okay, fits in with what we're trying to do in terms of sustainability.
Okay. All right, so we've got this drive towards sustainability by the government. They're really pushing hard on this, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's Dubai has a plan of having 25% of the cars on the road be driverless by 2030, and it gives a planned savings of something like in the region of 5.9 billion. We've already seen some testing in the downtown area. I think there's more planned this year, and as the years progress, we'll see more and more. And I think by the time around 2030, it's a long way off. Still at this stage, I think by that stage it'll become a more of a natural progression, and it could even come in before that. I mean, this year we see Nissan are going to trial an autonomous taxi in March this year. If trials like that go successful, you can see that becoming that date of 2030 become more and more closer to more like 2025.
Okay. In a word, do you think that in the next 10 years we're going to see the end of petrol engines here in this region?
I think there'll still be a demand. I think people still like the grunt and the groan of an engine, but I think you'll see more and more electric cars. When you see a mass producer like Nissan coming in so strongly, like other makers like Toyota coming in so strongly with their offerings, I think you'll see more and more. But I think in this region you'll still see the 4x4s along the Sheikh Zayed Road.
Okay. Great. All right. Well, you've been watching this edition of Inside AB. We've been talking about the future of electric cars in this region. Thank you, Neil Halligan. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us tomorrow, same time, 10 a.m. Bye.